Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about how to use document sharing sites to get more traffic to your website. And I've been using document shares on and off for quite a while now, but I've recently decided to make them a more regular part of my internet marketing. And there are several reasons for that. They're easy to do, and that's probably the biggest reason, because if they're easy, good chance I'll do it. Next up, they show up in the search result. It's a bit like YouTube, they're large trusted sites and Google go ahead and index them. And like it or not, they've been around longer than your site, they're probably bigger than your site by an order of magnitude, and that's what works. The sites themselves have their own internal search, which also sends more traffic. I actually do get, in the same way as I do with YouTube, I get search from within the document sharing site. You can include links in documents that you've uploaded. Some sites don't make the links clickable in the first few slides to discourage spammers, and I'm not sure if search engines index the links or not, but real users can click them, and they do. I see that from my stats. And people can optionally download or share parts of documents, and that's good as well, because it means they can have them sitting on their hard drive and might even go back and look at them. More sharing is good. And sites like SlideShare typically have, as I said earlier, more authority in your own website, much the same as YouTube does. So it's kind of win-win. And as I said, the site I use most is SlideShare. It's owned by LinkedIn, so it's likely to be here for the foreseeable future. LinkedIn, I think, is probably here to stay as a site, and if it isn't, it's big enough and it's got enough traffic and other things for someone else to buy it and carry on with it. The range of documents that you can upload is quite wide. PDF documents, that's the Adobe thing that seems to be everywhere. PowerPoint presentations, and as I do, they're OpenOffice equivalents. I'm doing this in LibreOffice Impress, and I think OpenOffice calls it something similar. Word processor documents, you can just upload your Word document, and again that's in Microsoft or OpenOffice form. And even text files, so quite a wide range of documents, pretty easy, click upload. And I've not done it yet, but you can also embed videos inside your presentations. It's a little bit trickier, but like most things on the web, it's a step-by-step process and you just follow the instructions. All in all, there's a lot of upside for the time spent. For instance, on this video, I'll change a link or two in it and just click upload, so it takes me about another 2 minutes. So all in all, a real large amount of upside. People look at things on the internet in different ways, and they find things in different ways. Searches are done in a variety of ways, and they're from different locations, different devices, and you get different results every time. Even if you sat in the same room as someone, you're on your phone, they're on their phone, typing exactly the same search, you'll get different results. So the more ways you have for people to find you and your content, the better. Some people worry about duplicate content if they're uploading what's essentially the same document to a document sharing site as well as their own website. In practice, that doesn't matter, otherwise Google would only display one result if you search for a song lyric, because they're by definition identical unless someone's made a typo. Duplicate content pretty much only applies on a per website basis, so if you had lots of identical or near identical pages on a single website, that's when duplicate content penalties come into play, but across the web, no. SlideShare and similar sites have lots and lots of tips and tricks to get the most from your uploads. So if you're new to this, it's worth reading through those tips and tricks before you do your first upload or soon after, but don't get hung up on the process too much. You'll learn lots and lots just by uploading a presentation yourself and seeing just how easy the process is. It's an awful lot easier than uploading a YouTube video. There are a lot less boxes to complete. Personally, I usually amend the title of the presentation. It gets picked up from the file name, but for whatever reason seems to change it to sentence case rather than title case. That's where you have each word starts with a capital letter. I'll then select the main topic, and much like YouTube, I suspect that's just a hangover from the early days of the site, but it's easy enough to select something reasonably appropriate. Again, don't get hung up on it, because I don't personally think it's I don't think it's used that much. Think about how you use the site. Most of the time you won't go through categories, you'll just type a search for what you want, unless you're in random mode. Then add in some keywords. You'll get suggestions as you type, and they'll get stored in their system, and they seem to be used to come up with suggestions of other recommended presentations. And then finally add in a brief description. First part of this will usually get used by Google as a description, That's the one they show in the search results, and much like YouTube, most of it doesn't get shown on the SlideShare site unless people click on the More option. So you don't have to create much content for the description. It doesn't seem to make an awful lot of difference. So again, don't get hung up on that. And apart from clicking the Publish button, that's it. It's really simple and quick. And if you'd like more help to get your internet marketing going, click the link below this video and I'll give you a hand and show you how to do more. And you can do it really, really quickly. Okay, thanks for watching.